Filipino health workers are some of the most sought after in the world.
It is sad that many of us have died.
Funds that are alleged to have been misappropriated during the government's awarding of multi-million-dollar contracts in its pandemic response.
There is no doubt that the pandemic has struck the lives of many, not only to their source of living, but also in the information that is being given to the people. Over the last term, the government has promised peace, relief, and good governance. But the elections are coming up again, and all we saw in the news were thieves, murderers, and those who abuse their power for their own satisfaction, are corrupt leaders.
Corruption, by its dictionary meaning, is the dishonest or fraudulent conduct by those in power, typically involving bribery. Not to mention, our country has been suffering from corruption for years, or even decades. Especially in these hard trying times, this issue is related to people's struggle to survive. In fact, people struggle to choose between safety or livelihoods. Ngunit sa mga pangyayari nito, wala na ba talaga tayong magagawa bilang estudyante?
At dyan kayo nagkakamali. Now is the time that we open our eyes and see the truth. We envision a society with responsible, accountable, and honest leaders and citizens. Although it may be confusing at first, it's actually quite simple. C stands for corruption, and when said, it sounds like see or what you can see.
Basically, it is to see the truth or makita ang katotohanan sa Pilipinas. We mainly focus on corruption in relation to the people's lives that have been affected over the past years. Our goal is to raise their awareness about their voting rights, to alert them to be cautious and be wary of the fake news that is spreading out, and lastly, to encourage them to see the real truth.
Pero, ano nga ba ang totoo?
Here's the deal. Our initiative will make use of social media in order for us to spread awareness by creating digital infographics, short informative videos, and text including the necessary information that the target audience will need. This will be done in the form of an information campaign that will be supported with the weekly posting of current issues that we face and are facing right now within the use of Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
But how about those who are not skilled or don't know how to use these social media platforms?
That's a great question, but I think Isa can elaborate more on that.
You're right, Angela. With the help of telecommunication companies, the information will be sent through automated text messages. I'm sure you're all familiar with those messages from different companies that remind you to beware of scams or ongoing promos. It's similar to that. However, we will be sending informative messages regarding the current issues our country faces today. All citizens will be receiving these messages as we believe that most of the people possess a cell phone. But for those who do not have one, we assume that radios are present in their homes. The information will be broadcast through the different stations available.
And in order for us to reach a wider audience, we will coordinate with the organization and companies, some of which are the Ombudsman and the Tanod Bayan ng Pilipinas. Using the so-called Campus Integrity Crusaders, where university youth organizations can participate. The Ombudsman will support us in a way that empowers them to spread information about corruption through social media and to develop the leadership skills of youth, as well as the telecommunication companies mentioned earlier, in order to reach out to the people who don't have access to the internet, can hear and see credible news that everyone must and should know.
Wow! You can see how feasible our campaign is with how easy it can spread with the use of different platforms, not only targeting the youth, but all of the people in this country. Clearly, our initiative shows that how important it is to let the Filipino know the latest and striking news. Remember, be wise for you to see the truth.
Seeing the truth is one step for a better world.